We actually have Dipan Mehta joining in, Director at Elixir Equities. Dipan, good morning. Great to have you with us here. Thank you very much for your time. You're a long-time Reliance Industries watcher. The pace of monetization is picking up. I mean, we had something in terms of Reliance Retail where they bought back shares which they did not already own in that business. We have Jio Financial Services now. We've got the AGM, which is listed for, in a few weeks from now. How are you looking at this event? And what does this mean for shareholders of Reliance if they already own the share or if they're thinking of buying it? Your thoughts?
Good morning, Prashant, and thank you for having me on your show. I think I'm seeing this thing for the first time in my life as well. This sort of a mechanism being put into place for the adjustment in the index, and really looking forward to how it actually plays out. I think it's a growing maturity of our market that we're able to handle such complex transactions. And the way the Reliance stock prices moved over the past few trading sessions, I think the market is sending a clear signal to the company that this should be the way that they should unlock value for the larger businesses, that is the technology business and the retail business. And if this is successful in terms of value creation for Reliance Industries shareholders and Jio Financial shareholders, then maybe the management will look at a similar kind of a corporate action program for the other two large businesses. And I'm hopeful on that count. But on the whole, I think, if such kind of spin-offs are going to be the way forward, then Reliance Industries certainly has a long way to go in terms of upsides. And maybe, some of the issues with investing in Reliance as a conglomerate, they will no longer appear if the three companies within Reliance Industries are traded separately.
Okay, Dipan, hi, good morning. I have a two-part question here. One for the here and now, right? I mean, what are you expecting in terms of the price discovery post 10 a.m. today on Reliance and on JFS? And two, given that you have the earnings of Reliance tomorrow, I agree that the consumer businesses are doing very well, but on the flip side, the O2C business is struggling a bit. There's some weakness there. How do you tie all of that into the stock price, and what's your expectation?
Yeah, see, so that's the complexity of Reliance Industries, that there are just too many moving parts. And, while one or two divisions do well, the others do take a hit. So that kind of, limits the kind of upside that one can expect in the stock. Oil to chemical business, we know, is cyclical. It has had excellent quarters in the past, and maybe we should look forward to a softer one this time. But at least technology and retail are secular growth stories. So from that point of view, their proportion within the overall consolidated numbers should gradually keep on increasing and provide more stability to the earnings of Reliance Industries. Coming to the stock price, I think, your channel as well as a lot of analysts have projected the price of Jio Finance between 150 and 200. I think it'll be on the higher side, maybe around 200 thereabout, because when such spin-offs do take place and the kind of story that is there behind Jio Finance and what the kind of prospects which are there and the kind of play which is there on the retail lending side for Jio Finance, I think that's enormous. So from that point of view, I think we should see a lesser discount than expected in Reliance Industries when the price is discovered, and a higher price in Jio Finance beyond the discounted, the difference between yesterday's close and today's pre-open.
Hi Dipan, good morning. As you said, it's the first time this is happening, so we're all at par, right? Dipan, for so many years we've been talking, you tell me, Naisha, you don't know what happened in the mid-2000s, the early 2000s. Well, this is the first time, so we're both on par, so we'll both be experiencing this event for the first time. So we'll wait by for that. But Dipan, let's talk about a couple of other big names. Infosys, that's the big one that comes out with a set of numbers. At the start of the show, we're making this point that that's one of the only large cap IT names that are still year to date lower. The IT index is up close to around 10%. How much of the good news is already in the price, and how do you approach the stock from here?
See, Nigel, I'm a bit surprised with the way the IT stock prices have moved up higher. A lot of them are trading at all-time highs or 52-week highs, and that is despite generally everybody being aware that this quarter and the next 2-3 quarters will be soft for the IT industry. So I think it's just a positive sentimental effect of US tech stocks which is playing out on Indian IT companies. Or maybe the street knows something which the analysts and the fund managers are not aware of, because we are seeing lower projections, forecasts for the IT sector as a whole, and yet stock prices are not showing any signs of correction. So maybe, the longer term prospects of what are being priced in at this point of time. But I think that optically also, if you see the news flow coming from US is gradually getting better. Bank profits over there are at all-time highs. Big tech also stock prices are at all-time highs, and maybe the kind of fear which was there about the economy be going into a further deeper correction, those seem to be unfounded, and we may see tech spending also come back maybe 6-12 months down the line. So maybe all of these things are playing into it, but at this point of time, honestly, I'm not looking at buying any tech stocks. I want this uncertainty to get over and done with, and I don't mind if I miss out on the first 5-10% up move, but I want to have that certainty that the worst is over for the tech sector.